Here in Australia, we have some of the best quality and widest variety of takeaway food that you will find anywhere in the world. But it can get a little bit expensive, especially if you're feeding a family. But instead of takeaway, why not try some fakeaway? All the tastes of takeaway, but made right here in your own home kitchen. So let me show you my express butter chicken and naan. I'm gonna start with my naan. Into my plain flour, I'm just putting in some baking powder. Good whack of salt too. And into that little well in the center, I'm just gonna add some yogurt. As that comes together into a kind of shaggy dough, it's time to get your hands dirty. You don't need to flour a board or anything, you need it straight into the bowl and just bring that together into a nice naan type dough. Now, as that comes together and starts to look nice and smooth, we just throw that into the fridge and get on to marinating my chicken. Butter chicken was originally invented as a way to use up leftover tandoori chicken. So we're gonna start with a very simple tandoori-ish marinade. I've got some basic spices. Spices can add up, you know, if you're using a lot of different varieties. And my full bells and whistles version of butter chicken has cardamom and cinnamon and a whole bunch of other spices in there, but the basics are all here. I've got some garam masala, ground coriander, ground cumin, turmeric, and some paprika. Those onto my chicken, a bit of salt as well, and a bit more of the yogurt that we used for naan. Mix that all together. This will marinate a bit and then we'll throw it on the grill. I'm gonna get started on my gravy for the butter chicken here. It's a very, very simple tomato-based gravy. So butter, and then my onion, garlic, and ginger. When that starts to get fragrant, I'll add in my tomato passata, and I'll just let that bubble away for a little while I grill my chicken. The chicken doesn't need to be cooked all the way through because it will cook completely in the gravy. So I just want some good color on the outside. Think tandoori chicken here, and I'll take that off and cut it into some bite-sized pieces. Into my tomato gravy now, cream, garam masala, and the sugar. Bit of salt too for seasoning. That's the kind of color we're looking for. I'll stir all that together. That looks great. I'll put that to one side and make my naan. That dough's come together really nicely, so I'm just gonna cut this into 4 pieces. You could easily serve this with rice if you didn't want to go to the effort of making naan, but you don't need a rolling pin or anything. Just roll it into a ball, stretch it out a little bit. All right, that's looking pretty good. We'll get that into the frying pan, brush it with a bit of butter. Okay, here we go. If you think about how much this would cost if you were to buy it takeaway, you're looking at probably minimum $20 a serve for your butter chicken. We've got probably 4+ serves here, plus $5 per naan. This is a meal that if you got takeaway, would be over $100. But here, for our fakeaway, you're getting a family dinner for less than the price of even one serve. A couple of bits of our lovely, fluffy, homemade naan, and if you want to garnish with a little bit of coriander, takeaway, this is fakeaway. Express butter chicken and naan.